Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktails, Dirty Discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Okay, today's cocktail is called the Swinger. The ingredients you need for the Swinger are a 4th cup of amaretto, a 4th cup of tequila, a 4th cup of rum, 3/4 cups of orange juice, a 4th cup of pineapple juice, but I would probably switch it out for some lemonade, some maraschino cherries, and this is how you're going to make the Swinger. You're going to mix up all of those ingredients, add ice to your cup, and pour half of the cocktail into each glass. Garnish with cherries, serve, and enjoy the Swinger. Do you think you'd ever be a swinger?
Maybe.
Maybe, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't want a whole lot of dicks in my life at one time. Yeah, but maybe I could do something with other women. Yeah. It depends. Or just some people watching. I don't know. I've been fucking this couple that's like kind of a swinger couple. Kind of. They don't fuck other niggas, but they be taking down bitches like every night. Wow. And I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I want that. Yeah. Because they just seem so comfortable. Anyway, welcome back to Cocktails, Dirty Discussions, you guys.
What's up?
Oh, wait. Would you be a swinger?
I like the thought of saying I would be a swinger, but I actually would like to just be the swing. Like, I want to just be the person that comes in. But I'm not going to say I wouldn't. I might try it, but I'm not really sure how
But you're sure you could be.
I'm sure I could be like, yeah.
Yeah, the swing part, I mean, being the extra person, the unicorn, that part is fun.
Yeah.
You ain't got no attachments. There's no nothing.
You don't got to ask no questions like, oh, you was looking at her a little hard this time, babe.
I don't really give a fuck. That's actually your wife. So you should look at her. I mean, if not, as long as I'm not getting beat up in the middle of it and getting put out without no clothes, we good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what have you been up to?
Girl, this weekend I did Molly.
What?
Yeah. And I fell asleep in my vehicle. I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, stumbled into my place. I had a really great weekend to sum it all up. I went to a white people concert. I went to go see this artist named Griffin. And at first I was like really nervous about going. A friend invited me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dang, I'm going to like bail on the last minute. And I was like, fuck no, they already bought the ticket. I'm going to go. I thought I was going to be bored. I got there.
Why did you think you was going to be bored?
Just because it was like the EDM type of stuff, like that house music.
I don't think you can be bored. I think they give you drugs at entry.
No.
So that you won't.
I just didn't know. I was like, is it going to be a vibe? It was a whole motherfucking vibe. I had so much fun. I was in a mosh pit. I was like, now calm down, everybody. I didn't jump in.
Were people musty?
People were not musty, actually. Huh. They looked like they were going to be musty, but they weren't. I had a great time. It's a DJ and he sings and he plays like every instrument. His name is Griffin. I fell in love. I was trying to be a groupie and I was like so he could see me. He didn't, but I did buy a shirt and I fell in love with this artist. Like I had such a great time.
Huh. Yeah. What did the Molly do though? That's what I want to know about. I don't care about the damn concert and the people don't either. That's cute. How did it make you feel? Were you out there sucking titties? Were you taking off your clothes? What was happening?
No, other people were, but I made sure I was on my best behavior because there was people that I work with there. So I was
what was
like,
your
calm
best
down,
behavior?
Bitch. I just didn't do anything sexual. I didn't take my clothes off even though I felt like I wanted to. And even like afterwards, we went to this EDM club called Believe. I was going to say, have you been there? But I know you haven't because it was when I walked in, I was
That's what old girl was trying to get you to go to.
Yeah, it was intense. It was intense. It was fun though. I had a really great time. I didn't do anything crazy, surprisingly, but do
you think you still would have had fun had you not done the Molly?
I think I still would have had fun had I not done the Molly because it was just like the whole environment was just fun at the concert.
Okay.
Had a great time. What'd you do this weekend, girl?
This weekend, I went to Dallas to surprise my niece. It was her 10th birthday. I cannot believe that my sister has a whole 10-year-old child. Like, I had just went to college when she was born, and she's 10. We went to Urban Air. We had a blast. She had so much fun. The family was there. We had a good time. There were some people there that I won't mention. So it was some side eyes going on. But, you got to keep a smile for the kids. She was so excited. She got all the unicorn stuff that she wanted. We didn't get to spend as much time as I wanted to because I went down there on Saturday. The party was Saturday, then I came back Sunday. I was not trying to be in Dallas
that was a quick little get
It was a pop in, pop out, and now I think I'm sick. But just how excited she was when I popped up on her, because I usually miss her birthday because it's so close to Thanksgiving. If we don't spend the holiday together, I don't see her. So I was just really happy to be there.
That makes me happy.
And spend some time with her.
Got a whole 10-year-old. That's crazy.
10-year-old, a damn 6-year-old, almost 2-year-old. I mean, she got a lot of fucking kids. Did you? Well, it doesn't matter anymore. I'll say it later.
Sound like something to be said off air.
No, it's not off air. It's just irrelevant. Okay, but yeah, that was my weekend. So I had a really good time. I'm excited for next week for Thanksgiving. Did you decide what you're doing?
My mom and my dad said that they are coming out here, but I still don't know what we're doing. Like,
okay,
my brother has a house, so we'll probably like cook over there. But I have also other plans. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, well, hopefully you have a good holiday. Anyway, this week we have a guest. And before we get to our guest, I'm going to go ahead and do weird sex, and then we will introduce her and play a little game.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
So this week's weird sex comes from Louisiana. I don't usually like to report on negative things, but this is not my relative, so I don't really care. Okay, so somebody's trifling ass son is up to no good again. Investigators with the Louisiana State Police have arrested 29-year-old Rutledge Rory Dees.
Wait, what is his name?
Rutledge. I had to say it like that because I'm sure that's how his mama said it.
Rutledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rutledge Rory Dees. So Dees was booked Wednesday. This is last Wednesday, so this is a current story, in the Orleans Parish Jail on 10 counts, sexual battery and human trafficking, and 1 count of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. If you don't know what a Schedule II is, I didn't, so I looked it up. It's like Vicodin, Oxycontin, Adderall, Ritalin, things like that. Okay, so they revealed that he used his social media to advertise to get home health care for his mentally and physically disabled brother, who is made up.
Okay.
It's not a real person, but he named him Corey. So he would pretend.
I thought you were about to say cartilage.
Rutledge and cartilage. No, he named him Corey. So Rory, because that's what they call him. They call him Rory. So Rory posed as Corey when the home health care people would come over, and he had them changing his goddamn diaper.
But Corey is not real.
Corey is not a person. He was pretending to be Corey, so the home health care people had to change his shitty and pissy fucking diaper.
Oh,
fill up his dick, wipe his ass a little bit. I mean, you could just ask a bitch to toss your salad if that's what you wanted, but judging by his picture, maybe you couldn't. Anyway, the investigators obtained an arrest warrant for him after one of the home health care workers got a little suspicious that he wasn't really disabled. Home health care worker was right, and the police were right in arresting his ass. The investigation remains ongoing. And for real, this is no jokes aside. If any of y'all have been out there, any of you CNAs, nurses, whatever, if y'all been out there wiping somebody's ass down in New Orleans area, and he didn't really seem like he was disabled, he probably wasn't. And if it was Rory's ass, I'm going to post a picture on the YouTube. Contact the LSP detectives at 504-310-7000.
Oh, they haven't caught him.
They caught him, but if there's more victims, they need to report his ass. Because that's trifling. You got people fucking wiping your shitty ass diapers at your 30-year-old, basically. So a 30-year-old shit is a lot.
That's a lot.
The other day I had some pho, and I think it just ran right through me. And just imagine if that was in a diaper.
That's rude. That's actually rude.
Shy just scared me because she bumped my heel. I was like, "Ooh!"
Y'all, I had to bring my daughter to work with me today, my little baby girl.
Anyway, that's it for weird sex. Thank you for sending that in. Somebody sent that in to my email. If you guys ever see a story that you think is crazy, first of all, make sure it's not satire. Second, send it to me at info@kikisaidso.com. Okay, so now this week we have a special guest. Passport Cuddy is in the building with us today. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So if you're not familiar with Passport Cuddy, aside from being super poppin' on Instagram and Twitter and always giving us her thoughts, she wrote a really popular book called The M in Man is for Money.
Yes, I did.
You know, I'm still trying to figure out how to get the money out of these men.
Well, I wrote you a book.
Yeah,
I brought you a book.
You wrote a book, and we about to talk
She
about
brought
some
us
things.
some books. She just left in the car. I said, don't forget.
It's in the
Yeah.
car. I'm
We
giving
need
it to you
those.
before I leave.
Okay,
Gotta get the
so-
man and the money.
Right? Okay, so we play a little game.
Mhm.
This one is going. We're gonna play
We have to
something
play
that we
Name
made
Your
up.
Price in a minute.
Yeah, called Name Your Price. So we just want you to name your price for the situations that we present to you.
Okay.
Okay. So my first one is inspired by a girls' night I had last week. So how much name your price for a trip to Ibiza for a week? You gotta have sex with the main guy who's
Mhm.
doing the fly out.
You
Yeah.
gotta.
Mhm.
And possibly his homies. But that's
What?
iffy.
Hold on.
Possibly his homies.
Hold
I mean,
on, now-
everybody is for everybody, right?
No.
But wait, but you also you're not going alone. You gotta bring 3 fun girls. So maybe you don't have to fuck the friends.
Jesus.
It depends on how fun your fun girls are.
So wait, so I have to tell you guys how much I would want for that scenario.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
like, baby, this is
I don't
what I
know
want
if
you
your
to do.
fun girls cost money. If you got to break it down to like, okay, well, I got to give each of them 2,000 or 200.
He's like,
Mhm.
what's your price? And I'm gonna make it happen.
So I'm going for him. I could bring 3 girls who could be the wingmen and wing women and be with his friends. But I want money to go on this trip in addition to the all expense.
Yes,
Trip.
it's all
It's already
expense
paid
paid
for.
for the 4 of you.
But I
plus
want
your 3
cash
friends.
as well
Yes,
for me.
for your time.
And then
Um,
they get not cute.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I'm adding shit.
Yeah, because I wasn't
Sorry.
gonna say that.
Okay, okay.
I was gonna leave it up to the imagination.
I don't
Okay,
really
no.
care about cute.
Okay,
I know that's right.
I don't.
he's caked up. That's what he is.
Right.
So what you want?
Probably. How long we going for?
A week.
Like 5 days or 7 days?
7 days. 7 days. Well,
not
okay.
funny.
5 days in Ibiza. One day is a fly there day kind
Uh-huh.
of thing, and then the other day is the fly out day. So it's really just 5 full days and nights.
Okay, I want 10,000 for myself.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 racks.
What does $10,000 get you? The
Uh,
man. Like, what
well,
kind of sex
him?
are we having for $10,000?
you say he's rich. $10,000 is $100 to him.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, like, what kind of sex are you going to be offering if he's not asking for nothing?
Missionary and one more
Basic
position.
sex. I feel you, girl.
It was so funny because I was at dinner the other night and we were talking about positions. Somebody was like, "Oh my God, I just hate it from the back because they come so fast." I was like, "I hate it from the back because it hurts." I was like, why nobody like missionary no more?
I love
I
missionary.
do, but I
It
like it from
feels
the back.
good.
Yeah,
I like
other-
it from the back too.
I
And when I'm
don't.
tired of having sex, I like it from the back because they do
No,
come fast.
yo, they do that.
They do.
But see, that's the wild card. The coming from the back is the
yeah.
wild card. It's like when they taking too long in any other position, you be like, "Come
Your
on,
hair over, you turn around,
get back there. Let's just do
Get
it."
it, baby.
Slap your ass so it jiggle a little bit.
Right.
Mine don't really just
But you,
jiggle.
but you gotta hold on to something so you could really throw it back on them. They be like, "Damn," like you gotta either hold on to the headboard, the side of the bed, the sheets, or something, just to get that little leverage.
Until you pop a goddamn nail. But
Right.
that's a whole nother story. Tried that, didn't work out.
Okay, here's
Right.
the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Let a man be your toilet slave for a night.
What is that?
So this man emailed me and was like,
Jesus
"Can I
Lord.
be your toilet slave?" I was like, "What the?"
I gotta shit on or piss on somebody?
You're doing it
I
on
You
him.
know
cannot
them
do it.
old people toilet things that you got to sit on.
Yes.
Has a hole in the bottom.
And he just wanted to lay at the bottom while you peed or whatever.
He gave you some Chipotle. He was just like, go to work, baby.
Yo, it's so funny
It's
because
still like a toilet.
I spoke about this with some people before. I said, I don't think physically I could pee or shit on somebody, right? I just don't think that I could. I don't think it would come out.
$100,000.
I mean,
I mean, he wasn't offering that.
he
so I didn't
might,
do
he
it,
might, they might get a little drizzle.
What would your price be?
but- Girl, I don't know. I just need to feel like you can really pay it because I gotta pee and shit every day anyway. If I can get paid,
I don't want to do certain things. Like some things,
it can't be my man though. It's got to be
Oh,
some
yeah.
other man.
The
No.
crazy thing is, I've tried to pee on someone before, and I'm like you. I literally couldn't.
Yeah.
And I was trying. I was
I
really like I
pissed
was
on
holding
his
my pussy
ass.
open, like, come
Yeah.
on, and it would
Yeah.
not come out.
yeah, it's a mental thing. It was so funny because when the guy, a guy was like, bitch, you want me to pee on him? I'm like, and you do it? And he's like, she wanted me to, I don't care. Your mom raised you like that? Like, I'm like,
My
what?
mama didn't raise me to do any of the shit I've been doing lately, but I have definitely peed on a man. I did it for free.
I don't
and after
want
I got
to.
that email, I should have reconsidered.
You gonna email him back?
I do not want to do that.
From the judgment of the carpet and the furniture, I don't think he got it.
Yeah, it ain't
Oh
it,
my
sis.
God.
But if somebody else is available.
Like, it would have to be a super high number for me to do it because, I mean,
What's super high?
like she said, it got to be like 100. Okay, maybe 50. Maybe 50,000.
I'm not gonna lie, I might do it for 10.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Fine.
Okay, maybe 25.
I can do it for under 1,000, honestly.
No, you know, there's just some
Y'all
things.
fucking playing.
Right. But,
Yeah,
and I'm not saying,
I'll do it for 600.
I'm saying that more mentally, I just don't really feel comfortable doing it. So the number has to be like, girl, that's all you gotta do for that. You might as well.
Yeah.
But
I feel you.
for like just like $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000, I just don't think that it's gonna come out.
I think we'll just go get that Arden Garden cleanse and we'll be pissing all day.
I don't think it's
All
gonna
I
come
need
out.
is
You
a
get a
little
piss. You get a piss.
or some Chinese food, and I'm in that thing. Okay, next one. Would you? How much would it cost for you to sleep with your friend's dad?
Oh,
He's handsome.
I don't care about handsome. He is always
She said that twice now.
Right.
I like ugly niggas.
Again, bitch, I told you.
No, it's more that would have to be money. Like, I'm not sleeping with my friend's dad just for the hell of it. So it definitely got to be like 10,000 or more.
You got high price pussy.
No, it's the scenario.
Yeah.
Because I could fuck somebody for free that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on the dynamic of the situation. Like, my friend's dad, it has to be worth it.
It
Not
does,
just
so then
because.
when that bitch get mad, you can be like, he gave me 20 racks,
Right.
Natasha.
Right.
It's 20 racks. Then she gonna be like, okay.
She gonna be like, and I still got student loans? The fuck?
I would take 5.
5?
5,000.
I'm not gonna lie. I would
Well, it
take my
depends on
rent.
it. Listen, if your friend is going to be mad at you, then it has to be higher. If she's not going to be mad, then if 5 going to pay the bills for the month, then cool.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna pay my damn.
It's gonna pay
And
mine
some.
too. And quite frankly, I'll just take the rent.
True that.
Wait, so
If it was
her dad,
Yeah.
you would do
yeah,
it for the
it's a
rent
hoe.
money.
I would do it for the rent money.
And
I'd
I'm
be
not
like,
gonna be
Kiki,
mad.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you now, just in case you read his text messages. I've been talking
I don't
nasty to
read
your
them.
daddy. We fucked last week and he paid my rent. And I'm
And
sorry.
I'd be like, well, bitch, I'm about to text him too and figure out how I can get my damn rent
Right.
paid because that's not fair. I'm
Right.
the firstborn.
Right.
Kinda. So, like, why you can't? Why I'm still paying my rent, daddy? That's what would piss me off.
Right.
Not the fact that he fucked my friend because he be fucking girls around my
Right.
age.
all right, next one. How much
Oh,
would it
Lord.
take for you to go on a reality show and be a side chick for a month?
Oh, how per episode?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how many hours.
Let's say for the month. How much you charging for the month, for that whole month?
for the whole month.
Mhm.
I just want to preface this by saying it's not that I care about the side chick aspect of it. I don't care.
To be clear.
I'm actually just thinking about how much I want television to pay me for anything. Okay, so I don't
Be
care
like,
what you
what
want to be.
network is
You
it?
can make me be a dog. Like, for the month, maybe 30,000.
Wow. Really sold myself short.
Oh, what?
Thanks, USA.
Okay, hold on. Let me think. A month. Okay, let me think about a month pay. Maybe even 20.
20. I would say I would do, would do between 10 and
Yeah.
20 if I had a choice.
I would want 20. I might do it for 15, but I would want 20 minimum. No, because I'm thinking
You have to
hourly.
do
Like
your
I'm saying, I'm not even
expenses.
thinking about the side chick aspect. I'm thinking hourly, like how much I really have to do,
That's
how
a
many
whole month.
hours I have to put in.
And what are y'all getting from like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
I feel you. Your business.
And yeah, how juicy is the story?
yeah.
Like, how bad am I going to look
and how
afterwards?
thoughty did I get?
Right. How
fact-
bad am I going to, like, my reputation may be, shot after this, depending on who the couple was, who the person was.
What I did. So I might as well.
They
at
might
least
be like,
have
oh, she's a Jezebel. She's a
whore.
Yeah, she's a whore. She's a home wrecker. She's all of this stuff. So that's why it got to be. Yeah, that's not enough. I can't do the 15 because that's probably only going to be enough for like 1 month, but I'm still going to be broke all those months afterwards.
Yeah, and then you got to get counseling.
Right.
To get you through everything
and then you still got to deal with it after
the reputation.
Okay,
yeah. See, so I'm going back to 30.
You film for a month, but what happens?
Keep it at 30.
Yeah, I'm going to do minimum of 30. That's going to be my rationale when I'm negotiating with them and be like, look how bad y'all want me to do enough for ratings. You want me to do,
and then you want to go home and go back to normal when everybody done see my booty hole?
Right.
Nah, nigga. Cut the check.
Right. Yeah. So minimum 30 I want.
I'm glad somebody got it.
Okay. So that's it for the game. Now we're just going to talk
that was a fun game.
Okay, good. All right. So I know you told us earlier, but just in case people don't know, how did you come up with this name, Passport Cuddy?
Okay, so Passport Cuddy derived from a Chris Rock stand-up. He, in one of his stand-ups, talks about that men can't go backwards sexually. Like, once you do something new for a man sexually, he's like, wait, do that little thing that you did the last time. And so he said, well, women can't go backwards in lifestyle once you introduce her to finer things in life. She's
That's a fact, though. A nigga take you to Chops and now you like, well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking Red Lobster.
Like, what? Like, it's a motherfucking Applebee's.
Yeah.
No.
Their menus are laminated.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
He said the first time that you ever went to on vacation, after that you wanted every dude to take you on vacation. You were like, oh, this is passport pussy. You can't handle all of this in one area code or zip code. He either said one area code or one zip code. I was like, oh my God, that's me. Because I remember after the first guy who took me away, we went to Cancun and I was like 21 and I was like,
oh, you was getting flued out young.
Yeah.
Ew.
That's where it all started. Before that, it wasn't happening, but 21 it started.
I am jealous because I haven't been flued out that many times. 30 something.
Ain't nobody really took me nowhere out the country. For real.
You never asked?
Period. No. I'd be scared to ask.
Why?
I don't
We have these discussions all the time.
Well, that's what the whole book is about. The book is about...
Okay, so the book is The M Man is for Money.
The book is The M Man is Money. Sorry, I don't even know my own title. The M Man is for Money. It's a woman's guide on how to handle men and money in dating and relationships. So I teach women how to speak up to guys about what they want, how to get comfortable with receiving, asking. I'm
reading this whole book tonight.
I'm taking tomorrow off.
Rick is getting paid for December, not by me. Give me the book.
So it's a long spectrum of things that I talk about. We go all the way from, name your price type stuff to just asking a guy to pay for half the bills, if you guys are splitting rent in a relationship. Something that I like to highlight is that people think that it's a book for single women, but towards the end of the book, I do put a lot of things in there about relationship stuff. So like, let's say, for example, one of the chapters is called Finances in Relationships. And relationships are not free. And I don't think that people realize that relationships are not free. So like, even if you guys don't have any actual issues or problems, but if he's always just coming over to your house and now you're feeding both of you, that's like a whole nother expense.
When I tell you, I had this discussion the other day with a young man. And it was a group of people. And we were talking about like, okay, you want to come over.
Yeah.
You want to come over to my place.
Right.
You want to enjoy my view. You want to drink my alcohol. And not even on some broke nigga shit, but that's just what you're doing.
Right.
But you want to come empty handed every time you come.
Yeah.
Friends too. And
it's not on some like whore prostitute shit.
Right.
Don't come empty handed.
Right. Another thing is, if you think about it, I hate going into the liquor store and buying a $50 bottle of Douce or $75 bottle of Moet Rosé, and that bottle is gone in 2 seconds, 2 glasses each basically. And that's $75 pissed out. But if you're coming over a couple of nights a week, then that's 75. I'm cooking for you. That's steak. That's lamb chops. That's this, that.
You cooking?
Or
I'm not cooking you pre-cooked shrimp and Alfredo sauce from the ragu jar. Okay,
exactly.
That's why I don't be cooking for niggas because they don't know the value of $1. But keep going.
I like cooking for them, but I definitely be like, I want the money for the groceries.
or bring the groceries or contribute something. I just think it's so rude to just come over empty-handed. And that's not even just for niggas. That's like if we're having a dinner and I just walk in like, dinner. Okay, you made dinner for me. Okay, bitch, can you bring like something?
Now, I will say this with friends, sometimes it's like a trade-off. And then other times when it has been a trade-off with friends, it's really not much of an issue.
Yeah.
Because once they realize it's not so much of a trade-off, they just start bringing stuff.
Yeah.
Or I get hit with a Cash App, and I appreciate
or
that
someone
too.
before they come is like, do I need to bring anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and if you say no,
that's
then all
considered.
right.
And it's not, it doesn't have to be an every time thing.
Not every time,
Yeah.
but just, it's nobody feels like they're being used
For
or
a
getting
man?
the short end of the stick. Now, with the men, sometimes they just come off like, I want this, this, and this. And it's like, okay, well, what are you doing to contribute to
Right.
this, this, and this? Because you're not my man.
And you think
You
dick
told
is
me
just it?
What if I didn't even get the dick yet? Now, this is a gamble. I don't even gamble like that. My gamble is $2 at the lottery. Okay? I'm not playing the slots that much unless it's somebody else's money. I'm definitely not sitting at the tables playing cards. I don't know how to do that shit. I don't even shoot dice. That's some shit I don't understand. So you want me to spend all this money on a wonderful meal that I'm cooking with love with my R&B jams. Aretha is in the back singing. Whitney is in the back singing. Tamia is in the back singing. And you want me to cook that with love and bring you some good wine and serve you?
Right.
And I don't know what the dick is hidden for, and you came in here empty-handed. I'm turned off.
I might
Pussy
do it
is
for
dried up.
the first time. I might do it.
Absolutely. And I'm not even
After,
gonna lie.
but if
For
it's
the
the
first
like if
two
it's a
times I've
Right.
heard, the second time you might even still get away with it. But then
Exactly.
you're gonna hear my
After
mouth.
that, it's
Yeah.
like, first of all, why you ain't in my pussy yet? Because I don't really invite niggas to my house like that. Because
Right.
I don't prefer to have that negative energy in my home.
Oh my
I had to
God.
have my little cousin over there, Sage, in the house. And Walker was over there, Sage, and he know how to do it, and he did it right. And ever since then, any dick that enters that I want to fuck has been good. And so I just think he did it
It's like
right.
the
I'm not doing
saging.
that again.
The saging, like,
to go sage
I'll
tonight.
bring Walker by if you want me to, because he know how to sage, and he said something.
Bring him away. Bring him.
He's 4,
He
but he
came
got
with
the
the prayer.
energies right. He's got positive energy. He's
Right.
4.
So how do you go about getting that message across and it actually gets through to their head?
what with the
With
the
coming
mic?
over?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, the first time I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it because it's gonna seem like, well, damn, like this is so
That would be
Yeah.
Do
weird.
something nice.
yeah, this is so transactional. This is so like she's so anal about certain stuff, whatever. So you come over to my house the first time, everything's great. You come over for a second time, like she said. You might even do it for a second time.
Mhm.
By the third time, if now you see he likes your cooking, he likes coming over. Let's say you guys had sex, he likes your sex, whatever. By the third time, if he be like, "What you cooking tonight?" I'm gonna be like, "What you want?" But send me the money for me to get the groceries. Simple.
Mhm.
Nothing. That's literally all you got to say. Especially when he asks. You know, because most of the time he's gonna ask, "Oh, what you making me tonight?" Or what we gonna eat tonight? Or what you got planned? Or
Mhm.
or if he doesn't ask you to make something, you can say, "Do you want me to make you anything? If so, then send me the money so I could go to the grocery store." Simple.
Mhm.
Either way, I can almost not see somebody being like, "What the fuck?" Because I just don't deal with those type of dudes. But if there was a dude like that and he had a problem with it, I'm happy that I found that out, and I'm not fucking with you no more. You're not coming over.
Would you say those words like, "Oh, okay, don't call me anymore," or or would you just not respond?
If he had a problem with it and he said, "Why would I need to send you the money for the groceries or something?" I'll be like, "Well, I paid for it the first 2 times. You think that this is the equivalent of you taking me on a date? You haven't done anything. You haven't taken me anywhere. I'm cooking for you. How many more times do you think that I'm going to cook for you without you contributing anything?"
So here's what men have been doing recently, and we talked about this with the Spirit flight situation.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that about?
We'll briefly. With some men, it's not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kiki and I say this all the time, we don't really deal with dudes that are going to give you some pushback. But
Right.
every now and again, you do get the pushback, or you
Yeah.
get some hints of, "Oh, you're going to have a problem with paying for stuff."
Right.
Men now have been trying to come at women and make women feel embarrassed
Yeah, I know.
for being like, "Okay, well, you want dinner? You're gonna have to give me the money for dinner or bring the groceries." And then men now try to make the women feel like, "Oh, well, you broke, bitch. You can't pay for your own stuff." When really that has nothing to do with it. It's you want something from me, and you're most likely gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
You can make up in other ways.
Well, this is what I say to that. You're 1000% right that men are, I always tell when I went on tour with the book and women ask that same exact question and scenario that you just said. I said to them, first, it doesn't matter. Like, those guys don't even count, because as soon as they say that, it's over. Like, thank you for saying that. You didn't even, I didn't have to waste my time anymore. Right. But on top of that, those guys, the same way we set things up, men have their strategy of setting things up too. So that's their strategy of trying to not have to put out money, or guilting you, or like reverse psychology into making you feel like a certain way about asking or expecting certain things. So if a guy says, you know, you can't buy groceries, like, of course I can. Yes.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Say what?
You can't?
No,
that would be my rebuttal to him. Like, I can buy groceries.
Yeah.
You cannot?
No,
What's the problem?
guess what? Maybe you can and maybe he can. But that's just how I want this situation to go. If you don't agree, that's cool.
Have a good night.
But
everybody doesn't ask for things out of need. And I think
Yeah,
that's
of
what
course.
a lot of guys don't realize. A girl can ask you for all kind of stuff. Why spend mine when I can spend yours? A great prophet, Rihanna, said that one time in a song that is great that I'm going to listen to tonight. Like, what's the problem?
Well, the thing is that guys try to use that independent woman as reverse psychology. You know, they like to use that against you. That you're so independent. I thought you do everything on your own. I thought you do everything for yourself. And I tell people all the time, me having my shit together doesn't mean that I can't expect anything from you. Like,
come on,
because
Cuddy.
It's not that you're giving it to me because I can't do it. You're giving it to me because that's just your role, you know, because I'm going to have roles that you expect as well. And whatever that is, you know, some people, what I don't like is when girls be like, well, I'm giving you pussy, because
that doesn't count either.
But not even that it doesn't count, but the way you present it just is a turnoff, because it makes men get defensive and, you know,
I had this
insulted.
conversation with a man the other day. He said no one wants to feel like a sucker.
Exactly.
And they don't want to feel like they're paying for pussy.
Exactly.
Which I get.
Exactly. So that is not the approach. We gotta
play these games.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. We got to play these games, but it's like, bro, you're going to come strolling up in here wanting to fuck.
Right.
Well, I want some Christian Louboutins.
I want you to play the game too. Shit. If I got to play a role and pretend like I'm not just offering up pussy for whatever you offering up, you need to be offering up something more than that dick. Because it's probably not enough. Because I got 3 friends in the drawer that's charged up and ready to go that will show your ass out. Okay?
Well, the thing is, we have to also, I always say either guy's going to give me money or he's going to save me money. Right. So he doesn't necessarily have to give you money, or, you know, he doesn't have to give you cash, but you, especially when you're a woman who's not comfortable asking for things or even receiving things, you should probably start really small with things that don't cost money.
Like gas
what?
money.
Let's speak about
No, that's money.
Specifically.
So,
because I don't really like to ask, but I love to accept. Now, anything you offer, I'm taking.
Right. Now, or you could do it like something very small, not small, but the value is small. So one girl in Atlanta said, I can even ask a guy to wash my car. And I was like, that's why? Nice. And she was like, because I just feel like he gonna be like, that's not a big deal. I'm like, if it's not a big deal, then why can't you do it? You know? So I said, well, just in case anybody is looking for a man, go to the hand car wash, because that's where they are with the nice cars. But
that is where they are.
Especially
they go to the drive.
Exactly, the hand car wash is where they are with the nice cars. But
they especially like to be on 14th Street, ladies, where they got the bar, the restaurant, and the car wash.
Right.
Oh, what's that one called again? Well, let's not give them a free
I forget.
I
forget,
but it has the purple lining.
14th Street.
Right.
I'll see you there tomorrow.
I'm about to pull up too.
So.
Okay, my little Volkswagen.
Right here, the Nissan.
Some people said mow the lawn. Some people said, like, pick you up from the airport, drop you to the airport.
That's
nice.
Acts
of service.
It's nice. Yes. Acts of service are nice.
That don't cost money, but you'll know.
Cost very little.
Yeah.
And then you just start to graduate
exactly.
to like.
It's just for you to start condition. Right. Just for you to, because every guy's not going to buy you that. Right. But he may not be that type to buy you the Christian Louboutins. Right. But he does all this other stuff so that now you can save your money in those areas. So now you can buy yourself those, those shoes. So let's say, I've been on several podcasts talking about this with guys, and niggas
be getting mad.
Right. But I've backed them into a corner to the point where I finally realized, I found out from every single guy what they were willing to pay for. So
what they say.
So, but each guy is different.
Okay.
So some guys, I'm like, will you pay for my hair? He's like, I'm not paying for hair. I'm not paying for hair. I don't want to do that.
Why?
You can do that yourself. He just doesn't believe in it. That's fine. Okay. So I said to him, okay, well, what about if my car tire busted and I need a new tire? He's like, well, you got to be safe. I'm going to buy you that. And I'm like, oh, see?
Safety net.
Exactly. So you just got to see
so
what.
You got to categorize.
Exactly. You got to see.
That's why you need a team.
Right. You got to see what type of giver he is, what type of spender he is, and what's important to him. So I tell, like, when I was doing the tour, some women, I do use the hair example a lot, right? The hair and nail example a lot.
And nails now are expensive.
Right. But the thing is, people are like, oh, it's only hair. Why would I ask for hair? And I'm like, listen, sometimes hair can be, especially these weaves and this and that, it can be $200 or more, So you got to buy the bundles, right? And then you might need the bundles colored. And then you got to get it installed. Sometimes that's like $700.
Yeah.
So
and
you go
to maintenance.
Right. And then you go to your friend or your boyfriend or your whoever you're having sex with or whatever, and you say to him, can you pay for my hair? And he's like, how much is it? What you getting done? Like whatever. And you're like, it's $700. And he's like, fuck no. And you're like, why? And he probably like, cause I just worked for 40 hours and I'm not handing you over my whole check for that,
Which
because
makes sense.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, everybody wants the millionaire. Like everybody wants the millionaire and the billionaire when that is not in abundance. 9 times out of 10, you are going to find somebody with regular money. Mm-hmm. You have to just figure out how to get his regular check,
Because some people are willing to spend it
Exactly,
all.
because it's not how much money they have, it's how much money they're willing to give you. Mm-hmm. So you have millionaires who you might not be able to get $1 from. You have a FedEx worker who you might be able to get half his check from, or pay half the rent, or, pay your car note, or pay your car insurance.
Get another job
right.
just to support
That's
you.
true. And
I need to suck a lot.
Now let's say, for example, you have a guy who's willing to put you on his cell phone bill, on his cell phone plan. Now your cell phone thing is done.
But now he also might be going through. I did that, and the nigga went through and called people.
Well, use the text app.
You gotta use an app. We're
right.
You the apps. Like, we do a whole episode on secret apps.
Right. So apps you can use. I mean, and then can you add me to your car insurance? Shit, pay my stuff with your stuff. Or just, I'm thinking like recurring bills that you could just.
Insurance is a good one. Let me add that to my list.
Or you could ask him to put his card on your Uber app. Or,
I never even thought about that.
Mm-hmm. Like all types of stuff that you could like.
That's the kind of stuff I would ask my daddy for. I gotta hand it over
to somebody else until he gets mad and you stuck and drunk out one night and he took the card off and now you just out there.
Then I'm gonna go back to
well, you got your own card. You don't.
I'm forgetting. I don't want to pay for shit. I'm like, all right, this nigga gonna be on the Kroger card. Right. What's up?
Right. So there's all types of things that you can, and this is not about, what can I use him for? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But it's just, let's get some benefits.
Right.
You get a job. It's not about using your job for everything. You might want to learn something, maybe. I don't fucking know. But you also want some benefits at your job. You're still giving them something.
Right.
Like you said, it's not all about what can I get from this man. Because like you said, we take care of ourselves. We do.
Right. She's like,
we do.
That is getting very expensive and I'm sick of it.
But at the end of the day, also, I am a woman where I do like some of those old fashioned traditions. Right. I want you to want to take care of certain things.
Right.
I hate going to the gas station. It's not because I can't fill my gas tank up. I'm currently riding on fumes because I just don't like going to the fucking gas station.
Well, let me tell you what I do. So I'm the type that plays the damsel in distress, right? Mm-hmm. And some people don't like to play that role because they feel like you can't. It's
so
right?
hard.
Exactly.
It's so
but
hard.
Guys love
how do you
needed.
do it?
So if I was her and I didn't like going to the gas station, I'd be like, babe, we got to make a pact here. Okay. Like when my gas goes low, I need to pull up on you so that you can pump it for me because I don't like going to the gas station. Like I'm nervous. I'm scared. This is Atlanta. Everybody be getting killed at the gas station.
They're just getting snatched.
Right. Like, I'm going to be like, babe, seriously, that's just one thing that I just need that from you, you know? And I'm playing it like I'm scared. I need him to protect me. I need him to be around. I don't want to be caught dead at the gas station in the dark in the night, you know? And he's probably going to be like, you know, and even if they huff and puff, at the end of the day, it's something that they'll probably start getting used to because they'll be like, oh my God. And I don't mind being annoying. Like, especially if it's somebody that I'm consistently fucking with. Be like, babe, my the light just went on, you know? And then he'll be like, I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm serious. I'm not doing that, you know, or, so that's one example. Or like I said, like you said, the car wash, guys get in your car and be like, oh my God, this is so junky. That is not my job. That is your job. And they be like, how is that my job? Because you're the man and because you're the one complaining, you know, or, let me think of something else that is, the gas. Wait, what was the other thing you said? It was something that you didn't want to pay for.
I mean, my rent, but that's a big one. That's a big one.
See, now the
honestly,
rent thing, it depends on the situation, right? So
you live separate.
Yeah, if you live separate.
But here's the thing, you know how you made it was interesting because you made a statement where you said like most people aren't going to find the men, you're going to find a nigga that has regular money. My story hasn't been that. I found some dudes that have regular money? Yes.
Oh, you've been finding guys who have a lot of money.
Been finding men that have a plethora of money, and it's not like you don't have it. I start to get nervous around rich ass people. I don't even know why, but it's like I wouldn't ask you for that if you didn't literally let me know you could do that.
Right.
I get to a point where it's like, well, let me act like I'm on your level when I'm really fucking not.
No, that's where you go wrong. Because I don't care how much money I have, I'm never acting like I'm on your level. I'm acting like whatever money I have, I'm doing everything that I can for myself, and all my money is tied up in all the things that I got going on. So you could think that I make $450,000 a year, and I'm gonna be like, I just put all my money in this business. You know, half of it is going to 401k. I'm investing. I'm paying back student loans double.
My grandma's sick.
Right. Like,
and my granddaddy.
Yeah, like
all of them.
I'm trying to make my dreams come true.
My great grandma is still alive, and you know her hip broke. So it's only a matter of time I'm gonna have to pay for the funeral.
Right. You know, so I never act like I have money. And it's so funny because even when guys, they do think that I have money, and I'm like still crying broke. I never walk around and act like I got it. Ever. My dude from 2 years ago when I first put out the book, he was like, bitch, I done paid for this damn book.
He's like, where's my
I ain't see a check yet. And I'll be telling everyone like, yeah, I'm still getting paid for the book. He's like, really? Well, can I get a dinner? I'm like, I don't got no money. That money is going to like, I'm
reinvesting.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and it's so funny because, like, even on, Wall Street or, you know, the stock market or whatever, they literally, you be thinking that you have all this money. They be like, no, you got to take this money and then put it into something. You're like, huh? Why? So I'm really up here acting like I really don't got it. So, first chapter of the book is called The Women Who Fail with Flying Colors. Those are the 4 types of women that I believe it's hard for them to get money out of guys. That's the super independent woman. That's you. That's the girl who acts too needy or greedy. That's the girl who she don't have no game, so she's begging.
Like, I want
she's not damsel in distress. Okay. She's begging. She's like, I need $40. You know, and niggas is like, damn, you don't got $40? What the fuck?
$40.
Right.
So that's why I think I come off independent because it's like I don't want
to be that broke bitch.
I don't want to come off like I can't do for myself.
Yeah, no, but come on, $40 is petty though.
Well, not 40. Right. I'm just saying I don't want to come off like I just need too much.
No.
I can't find that balance.
No, but yeah, see, and that's the thing.
In the book.
Exactly. And then the third one is the girl who has a reputation, whatever that reputation is. Some girls have a reputation for being a stripper, a porn star, promiscuous, for dating only ball players or famous men.
Everybody in the club.
Yeah, like, you know, just everything. And like I said, the reputation doesn't have to be sexual. Like, it could just be whatever reputation she has. And then...
There's a podcast that talks about trying to get money.
Right.
Or trying to get some dick.
Right. And then the 4th one is the girl who has sex too fast. So... I always say that
I've been studying that chapter over and over again.
So And I feel like people always ask me the number one question is, so what's too fast?
Yeah.
And I'm like, before you get anything. Duh. So that brought, the reason why I brought that up is because what you just said about, I find all the rich ones. And I'm like, well, you just can't give them anything before they start putting out money, because first of all
the nigga
rich,
that asked, remember I talked about this on the show, asked to do the buy me a couch, never did anything sexual with him.
right?
First he said yes, then he said no.
Oh, what? He offered it?
I asked him to buy me a couch. I was like, I'm moving into my new place.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember verbatim like what I said, but I had like seen a psychic and that she was like, yeah, I see it. Do it.
It was probably the delivery, but tell me.
It was in a text message. And I was like, so I'm moving into my new place and I really want this couch. What do you think about getting it for me? And at first he was like, oh my gosh, like I would absolutely do it. And then later on the night he sent me a message like, well, no, I don't want you to think. Like, I didn't even understand what happened. It was almost like he talked to somebody and then he was like, never mind. And then he just stopped talking to me. Recently, he's been like trying to come back. And I was like, well, remember when I asked you to buy me the couch? Right. But I never did anything sexual with him because I'm a firm believer in that too. Like, I'm not just going to be like fucking with you, first of all. Because
well, I wouldn't have texted him that if me and him had never done anything sexually.
You wouldn't?
Because like you see how you didn't know what was going on behind the text message? That would be too nerve-wracking for me. Okay. So I would rather do it either on the phone or in person. So I'll be like, if I'm in person with him, I might be like, so what do you think about this couch? I'm thinking about getting it for my new place. And then he may say, I like it, I hate it, whatever the case is. And I'm like, you want to buy it for me?
This needs to be a class, honestly, in high school and in college.
And then he's either going to say yes or no right there. And then if he says no, I'll be like, okay, don't come over. But
no, when a man says no to something like that, do you stop fucking with them? Because what if you don't stop?
No, I don't say no to him just because he said no. It's why he said no. So if he says, no, I'm not buying you no couch and I'm not buying you shit else, then I'm probably going to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to this guy. But if whatever his reasoning was, so if he said, no, I'm not buying you this couch because I don't know how many other dudes is going to be sitting on it. Okay. You can't get mad, fair. Be like, or if he says, and I'll probably turn around and be like, well, where you going to sit when you come over? And then, or he might say, well, then you could come to my house. I'm like, all right, just make sure you don't come to my house. You don't have to buy key? Huh?
My response would, do I get a key?
Do you get a key for what?
His house.
For what?
If we go into his house,
if he gets the couch?
No.
What would you want a key for?
Well, I always want a key.
I'm like, wait, I'm like, how do we get to the key?
No, because she said, where you going to sit?
From a couch to a key?
Girl, I'm always going to the key. That's
so many
That's
questions.
that possessive Virgo shit.
Ain't it though?
When we were in Houston together, I was like,
we had a whole talk about astrology.
Yeah.
She was
What's
reading
your sign?
Leo.
You know what?
So many Leo men.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay. See, you're a people pleaser, so it's hard for you to ask what's up.
Yeah, but I've been trying to get better at it. I've been meeting a lot of successful dope boys and a lot of successful attorneys and judges, and I've been trying to get better at it. And I just really need to read this book.
Yeah, I got it for you. I got it for you.
Did you do your birth chart?
Yeah.
My Venus is in Leo.
Oh, well, I
kept reading that over and over again. I don't be paying attention.
I do sun, moon, and rising. Once we get into the Venus and the Mercury
What's
and
your sun, moon, and rising?
So my moon is Aries and my rising is Libra.
Oh, my moon is Libra and both my sun and my rising are Virgo.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you just
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Virgo in my chart.
So that's why she's like, I want a key. Because Virgos are possessive as hell.
I just want to be up in that thing.
And they just want to nest.
If you don't want to be at my house, exactly. I'm trying to move in.
First of all,
I'm always moving in.
While I have you here, Cuddy, I have a prime example. I sent this dude who does have money. I sent him this meme earlier.
If all you got to offer is money and lies, I'm cool with that. DM me. I'm dying.
I said I'm dying. And then he said, what do you need? Do I respond with like some shit that I actually need?
To somebody too.
I just want to spark the conversation of...
Did you get that from Diane?
No, I got it from Horrible Decisions.
Oh.
They posted it too. So I sent it to that nigga because we always have, he's the one who I talked about, like, stop coming over here empty-handed when you fucking drive a Porsche, you got a fucking G-Wagon. The fuck are you coming in my place for empty-handed?
What do you want?
And I hate that question because I honestly don't know. I just
now you on the spot.
I just want some cash. I want you to cash at me some money.
Or you could be like, you could start with a Cash App.
Will you type it?
No, wait. We got to be more specific. Hold on. So, no, seriously. First of all, girls are always like, guys don't do anything for me. Guys don't, whatever. Guys don't give me anything. What do you want?
I want my bills
paid.
Can you say, I want my eggs scrambled. Wait. I want my last name dropped, and I want a key to the mansion.
That's not this situation.
Well, I don't really want my eggs scrambled, actually, and I don't need my last name dropped. If yours is ugly. But
you just want the key? You want the dick and the key?
I want the dick, the key, and the car.
I want a crisp
and I want to go shopping.
Blueface honey.
Wait. See,
you have to talk about that.
It's really hard to get cash out of people. Okay.
So should I just?
So I always tell people to attach it to something.
I want him to pay my car note.
To what capacity are you dealing with this dude?
Dealing.
So you're having sex. What is that? What is
debatable? It's
every now and then. What is this? What is going on here? I know the listeners are like, huh?
Kiki, I hate to do this to you. Well, you got to cut this out. Would I tell him what I need? Would I just be like, hey, like, can you pay my? Would you? No. Okay. See, I'm scared. I'm sweating and my ears are hot.
Okay, you need to know what you want to ask him for, right? So for something like this, I probably wouldn't say my car note or my rent or whatever, because people get really funny about that. So I would say a trip would be nice, or it's just something where it's like, this would be nice, or that,
so start small. Like I could be like,
well, a trip is not really small, but it doesn't look like he's paying your bills. That's where it gets tricky, because you don't know yet if this guy is the type that doesn't want to pay girls' bills. Mm-hmm. So that's what they get very defensive about, the bill thing. I'm not tricking. I'm not paying girls' bills. I'm not
I'm not a sucker.
Exactly. I'm not a trick. I'm not a sugar daddy, blah, blah, blah. So if you say, a trip would be nice, or, let's say you were in school. This is just for the listeners. Like, let's say you were in school. Well, next semester is coming up or, Christmas is around the corner. I would like, or, that's when you can.
Are you making notes?
But I do not suggest you asking for bill things like that, unless it was a situation where you guys have been dealing with each other for a while.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you can kind of say
a spa day would be nice. That's a good one, or no?
You know what? Even on a small level, my coworkers, they were like, we want to do something nice for you for your birthday. I couldn't even give them shit.
All of a sudden you get nervous.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to ask for, because these are not niggas I'm fucking or whatever fuck. Right. I don't want to ask for too much, because then they might think they could get some pussy.
Right.
I don't want to ask for too
You
little.
say, what, multiple people from work?
Well, it's specifically two guys. They work together. They annoy me every day. But like in a brotherly way. Yeah.
Oh, so you can ask for whatever. I
can ask for stuff, but I was like, well, what is too much and what's too little? Well, I don't want to sell myself short. I mean, my birthday done passed. It was 2 months ago. Well, they gave me cash. Right. But I'm like, they keep giving me cash. Next year, I got to do something better.
What is it? Wait, you drive? Mm-hmm. Okay, because lately, all year, I've been giving everybody Uber gift cards. That's right. Okay. That's lately,
but that's still
good. I've been telling people, I've been like, when I send the Uber gift cards, the virtual gift card, in the note, I'll say, for one of those drunken nights, get home safe. Something like that. So you can use that, or you can say, the way you guys stress me out, I need a deep tissue massage for 90 minutes. Not, and like it's just all about your delivery. Yeah. So if these two guys said to me like, we want to get you something nice for Christmas. What is it? I would say something like that. I would be like, listen, you guys stress me out every single day. I need something to relax.
I should have called you a while ago.
I need 90 minutes. And then I'll be like, don't be cheap. Not no 30 minutes. Not no 60 minutes. I need 90 minutes from y'all. Like, and.
Because they got it.
Exactly. So, and they may be like, oh, that's it? Okay, cool. You got yourself a little free spa day. Or, let me think of
Is it whack to think like this? Because sometimes I battle also with that.
Like what?
Like being like, I want you to do all of these types of things for me. Like, is it like, are we asking for too much?
No.
Okay.
Because they don't have to say yes.
Okay.
Like you're literally, okay, so let's say, now granted, I like don't want it to sound so transactional because it's not about sex and money, and sex. It's not about that. But guys don't have any limit to what they want to ask you for.
Facts.
Whether it's something sexual, you cooking, you know, if they go to jail, coming to visit them, you know, like they don't have like any limit to what they ask for. If you say no, you say no, but they're always going to try you. What guy do you know is like, no, I'm not going to ask her if I could have sex with her because then she's going to think that I'm not a gentleman.
Right. No, I know the movie just started and no one has even appeared in the movie, but I'm going to whip my dick out because I know she'll suck it.
Exactly. And they don't even talk anymore. They be like,
Or they just guide your head.
Right. They like put your head down.
Wait a minute.
Or they put your hand on their...
on my microwave.
Right. They put your hand on their dick, whatever. Or they just make these gestures that it's like, oh, you just know what it is. You know, so if a guy says to you, a guy will be like, he wants to fuck in the ass. He wants to do a threesome. He wants to, you know, he wants you to hang upside down and, you know, like whatever it is that he wants, they say it. They hint to it. They throw it out there. It's like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Same thing with us. But like I said, you got to be careful of looking too needy or greedy. So that's why it's all about the tone and the delivery. You don't, and you have to think of their situation. The hardest situation for you to get anything out of is the single man that is a hot commodity. You know, like all his shit together. And
that's the ones I like.
And because those are tall, the ones that know that they are eligible bachelors for women to settle down with. So it's really hard to get money and things out of them if they don't do it naturally because they don't have to. Because so many women are fighting for the spot to like try to lock him down. So I say the second chapter is called the challenging men. So it's the guy who's broke, the guy who's a liar, the guy who is cheap, and the guy who is has a big dick or good sex, and the guy who is really cute, right? Because the guy who is broke just doesn't have it, but he may give you his last dollar for whatever he has. So you may not get a lot, but
he got you when he has it.
He may. Now, broke could mean you don't get anything because he has nothing. But broke could also mean, like I said, he gives you his last dollar for whatever he has, right? Cheap men don't have to be broke. Just don't think you're worth it, or they don't want to give it to you. They don't believe in whatever you're saying. You have to, like I said, you have to figure out what it is that they want to give you. And then you have the liar, who is the guy who says that he's going to do all of the stuff for you, and then he never does it. And I say that sometimes you really just have to follow up on certain things to see if he's full of shit, you know, because that, I call him the liar, right? Because some guys just say all of this stuff and then it gets you excited. And then you're like, oh, so he's the type because he already told me that he would do that. And
the next thing you're like, wait.
But you know, it's so funny because the dude that I'm with right now, we've been together for years.
This is your boyfriend.
And it's been on and off, you know, like for a lot of years now. Mostly on, but we've had our little, you know, breaks in between there. But I still remember our first conversation damn near 10 years ago. And he said to me on the phone, so how much your rent? And I was like, $1,100. He was like, oh, so I guess I'm gonna just have to slide $1,100 in your purse every month, huh? I was like,
he just came out of the blue and said that.
I was like, yeah, right. So now, damn near 10 years later, I'll be looking at him. I'm like, you know, I never got $1,100 in my purse. Now he has given me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars over the years. But the fact of the matter is, you fucking lied because you never put $1,100 in my goddamn purse like you told me. So I believe that in the beginning, and it didn't. I wasn't getting a lot of money from him when I first started dealing with him. But the fact that he set that up, I thought that it was coming soon. And it really took a long time for me to start getting cash. Like, he was the guy who took you to the finest restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he paid for everything. Like, he might say, oh, let's go spend a night in Atlantic City for 2. And like I said, this was damn near 10 years ago. So back when I was like 24, that was cute to go to the, you know, go away for 2 days to the Poconos or Atlantic City, whatever. But I never got the actual 1,100 that he was talking about, that the way he said it was going to happen. He said he was putting it in my bag. That never freaking happened. All right. And then the guy who is too cute, he's so used to girls falling at his feet.
Like, I'm fine. I don't gotta do
he
nothing.
don't got to do nothing. And then the guy who has great sex, he knows girls just want to have sex with him. So they don't got to put out anything.
But the guy that you're still dealing with now, is he ever like, you talk too much? Like, why are you telling everybody?
Oh, he hates me.
I was like, is he ever like,
he literally, yeah, he hates everything about what I do. But he's supportive, but he still hates it. And then like, he just says, he keeps on finding out more and more shit about me on a podcast. And then so like just now,
like, please stop this.
Right? Sex just now was like, let it all out, baby. Let it all out. I'm like, damn.
How'd
He's
y'all
trying
meet?
to catch me at a freaking baby shower.
What?
I'm going to a baby shower tomorrow.
Are you really?
No, I'm playing.
Oh.
No, please don't.
I thought you really had one and it was like, good luck.
No, girl.
I don't be meeting nobody at baby showers but bitter baby mom.
That's funny.
Okay, so like,
Is there something that interferes with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? If so, BetterHelp Online Counseling is there for you. BetterHelp offers licensed professional counselors who are specialized in issues such as depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem, and more. Connect with your professional counselor in a safe and private online environment. Anything you share is confidential and it's so convenient. You can now get help at your own time and at your own pace. You can schedule secure video or phone sessions plus chat and text with your therapist. If you're not happy with your counselor, you can request a new one at any time at no additional charge. Best of all, it's truly an affordable option. And for Cocktails listeners, get 10% off your first month with discount code COCKTAILS, COCKTALES. So why not get started today? Go to betterhelp.com/cocktails. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor you'll love. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/cocktails. Looking for Fitspiration? Are you spending hours on the internet trying to find the best workout plans for you? Well, look no further. OpenFit takes all the complexity out of losing weight and getting fit. It's brand new, super simple streaming service that allows you to work out from the comfort of your living room in as little as 10 minutes a day. Going to the gym is so difficult for me, and I have a feeling that I'm not the only one. You can work out with amazing trainers like Andrea Rogers, founder of the worldwide sensation Extend Bar, or the newest workout, Rough Around the Edges, with 6 of the most badass stunt women in the business. And you no longer worry about others watching you work out, which is why I end up leaving the gym. I don't have to worry about the pressure of people watching me. I don't have to worry about the pressure of not really having it together. I can do it in my own home and be comfortable. And you get what you put in. See results within the first 30 days. Do you just want to increase your energy, put a pep in your step, and overall feel better inside? Do you want to lose weight and actually keep it off? You can lose up to 15 pounds in just the first 30 days the right way with a little consistency. You can tone up with Hunter McIntyre in his Tough Mudder workout. You'll be amazed at how quickly the changes can happen. Your abs will get tight and toned, your booty will be lifted up, and your arms will be sculpted, baby, without adding the bulk, without the pain and strain of high-impact movements, because that's another sucky part. You don't want to be in pain and get discouraged. OpenFit has changed the way I work out, and texting my code COCKTAILS to 303030, you can join me on a fitness journey personalized just for you. Right now, during the OpenFit 30-day challenge, our listeners get a special extended 30-day free trial membership to OpenFit when you text COCKTAILS to 303030. You will get full access to OpenFit, all of the workouts and nutrition information totally free. Again, just text COCKTAILS to 303030. Standard message and data rates may apply.
let's like shift. It ain't really shifting because
We talking about sex.
yeah, I was gonna say sugar daddies.
Oh,
but
sugar
like, when we
daddies.
kind of
Okay,
already,
sugar
we weren't
daddies.
really talking about sugar daddies. We were just talking about niggas that you really fuck with.
I have chapters in the book about sugar daddies.
You do? Have you ever had a sugar daddy?
Oh yeah, of course.
Where'd you find it?
Sugardaddy.com.
I'm on there and it's not.
See, because
I'm doing too much.
Well, I talk about that in the book, like the online profiles, how to sift through them. And it was much better. It was much better back in the day. But now it's like a really oversaturated. But it's
I feel like people know about it. Ooh,
yeah, it's true. But you don't need to be on sugardaddy.com to find a sugar daddy. Anybody could be a sugar daddy. Right, but
because it's like what you said earlier. It's not about how much money he has. It's about how much he's going to.
Because they lie on there anyway.
They sure do.
So they
need to do a verification,
right? Back then, it was easier. But I had a white sugar daddy for 10 months. He would,
Did you have sex with him?
Yeah, 3 times.
Was it good?
No.
Okay.
But it was only like 20 minutes each time.
Old?
Older than me at the time. He was like 50.
Okay.
I was like 22.
Okay.
3. Yeah. So he, I found him on there, and in 10 months I had sex with him 3 times, like less than 20 minutes each.
Bad.
Right. So I was like, that's one. I literally in the book I said, 1 hour of sex for $50,000. I fucked guys my age for free.
People.
You know, like I fucked
$0.
Mad people for free.
$0 and a lot of
and
stress.
A heartache.
Yeah. Just stomped on my goddamn
exactly.
heart.
So sugar daddies, I think that with the sugar daddy thing, it's not for everybody. I think that women love to use that term and be like, oh, I need me a sugar daddy, need me a sugar daddy. I'm like, are you willing to fuck someone you do not like? Stop trying to act like for everybody thinking that there's,
that it's easy.
That there's this believing that myth that there's these guys out there that are just giving people money
for nothing.
It's not impossible. I'm saying it's not in abundance like everybody try, because nobody wants to admit that they're selling pussy. Nobody wants to admit that they're having sex with these men.
And nobody wants to admit that they're paying for it.
Exactly. So
I watched 90 Day Fiancé. Those niggas think they're in love. Do you watch that?
I've seen a couple of episodes. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
But with the sugar daddy thing, it's definitely something that you got to be cut out for, because you have to play the part. I tell people all the time, like, you want a sugar daddy, but are you ready to be a sugar baby? Like,
are you? And if that sugar daddy wants to take your ass to compound, are you going?
I'm going to compound. Now, to Thanksgiving, no.
No, because usually they're married.
Your family.
They're usually married.
Yeah,
most sugar daddies are usually married. And that's another thing. So that's why I was saying, like, as far as the guys who you find that are, as far as the guys that you find who are the hardest, those are usually, like I said, the eligible bachelors, right? Mm-hmm. So it's much easier to get money out of guys than you really think, because the majority of them, I would say, I don't want to say majority, but I'm going to say majority, they're taken already.
Do you ever feel bad about that?
What?
Accepting money from somebody who's taken, if you accept it.
No, I literally said in the book, if you are fucked up enough to cheat on your wife, I don't feel bad about using you.
Okay.
Have you ever slept with a married man?
Yes, he was married. The sugar daddy was married. Oh. That's why I said they're the easiest to get money out of, because
they got something to lose.
Yeah. Everybody who has something to lose is the easiest to get money out of. So,
are you saying that because you could be like, I'm gonna tell your wife?
Well, you don't ever have to say that. They just know. They just know. You don't have
if
to.
They're smart,
you don't have to use that language with them, like on some blackmail shit, because then you usually will get tossed, because it's like, oh, she's a wild.
But what if you don't know their wife? How are you really telling them?
People find it.
Call me.
I was about to say the Virgo is gonna find it.
I already probably pulled it up.
Exactly. She already knows.
For help.
Exactly.
Just in case. What if my friend come up missing? It's gonna be the wife. It's always the spouse. That's what the criminal shows. And I'm gonna be right there in the trenches, like, yep, she told me about him, and I already looked at the wife. Let's go get her.
But you know what? I'm not encouraging girls to.
We get it.
I'm not encouraging girls to seek the married men, but they usually approach you, and when they don't have to be married. They could have a girlfriend. They could have a baby mama situation that, is sketchy as far as their relationship. Oh, it's complicated type stuff.
Girl.
They could have a whole bunch of kids. They could have like all of this baggage. If they have baggage, you got to pay me. All right.
That's how I feel. And I feel like that shouldn't even be a discussion. Like, bro, you got a lot of baggage.
Right. So when that,
give me a bag.
right. Exactly. That's so funny. So when that happens, when I have conversations with, a guy who has a situation, I'll be like, what do I get out of settling for this situation?
And you fucking up my karma, bro.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. Like one of the videos I had was like, I'm already going to hell for you. So like, what the fuck?
Whoever my future husband, he already about to cheat on my black ass.
It's up here before I go down there.
Exactly.
Like, bro, give me something. Like,
yeah. The conversation I would have especially if they do have baggage or they're already in a situation, I would 1000% be like, so how am I going to get taken care of being that I have to deal with, this situation? And
I gotta sleep with one eye open.
Yo, she is thinking about Snap.
That's
so
facts, though. I wasn't even thinking about that. That bitch might.
Not currently. I recently went through a situation, but we'll talk about that when we go hang out.
Yeah, okay. Well, the thing is, I would honestly say I'm a very good mistress. Like, I know.
What makes you a good mistress?
Because I know the rules.
Oh.
Like, the rules
Don't get crazy.
What are the rules?
Like, if you walk into a situation, there's a difference. If I walk into a situation and I don't know that he has somebody and I find out that he has somebody afterwards, no, you can't make me conform now. Now you really either... it depends. Or if I thought that me and you was together and then I find out that you got somebody, I'm raising holy hell. Everybody mad up in this bitch, right?
I'm telling everybody.
But if I walk into a situation and the guy is up front from the get-go.
He's like, he
gave you a choice.
Yeah, he gave you a choice. And you're like, all right, well, I'll fuck with it, but, I gotta be worth my while. Or, so how you gonna, can you afford this situation?
That's what I would
say.
say.
So I would say something like, can you afford this situation? Because being a side chick is not, it's not free. Like, and what am I gonna do when you not around, Mm-hmm. So, or however you want to have that conversation with them, because every guy is different. You will find your,
figure out.
Yeah, exactly. So, the rules, as you asked, were, it's funny because one of my friends recently said that the guy that she was dealing with has a girl, right? And she was like, yeah. So he walked in the room. I was on FaceTime with him. The next thing I know, he just hung up on me. And so she was like, I cursed him the fuck out. And I was like, why? And she was like, you don't just hang up on me. I was like, he got a girl. So why would it be a problem? She's like, you're not going to be rude. I'm like, she's like, okay. One time she was like, when you call back, say sorry. I'm like, you want to say sorry every time? And she's like, yes, he hung up on me. I'm like,
you knew what you signed up
exactly.
for.
I'm like, but I wouldn't be mad. I'm not going to be mad at that.
What time it is? Oh, his girl is in.
Right, exactly.
My time is up.
And if you do feel that, you got to talk to your friend about it.
I probably wouldn't call. I wouldn't send nudes. I wouldn't be mad if he has my name saved under different things. So like, let's say, for example, I know somebody's married. I know somebody. I might just send a period or or a question mark or just, I'm not going to send any clues first. Or we could have like a little code thing. Like, oh, when I want to get in contact with you, I'll send an asterisk or, whatever. When you respond, I know that the coast is clear. Or I'm not going to call after a certain time. I'm not going to go to where you and your wife are. Like, I know people who are in situations where they're literally in the wife's face.
Even me too, and that's crazy. But
I would never do that.
Like
though.
The code, and you know how to do this. Have you ever found yourself heartbroken in situations like that? Because naturally, I feel like even if you are a side chick and you do follow the rules, and he has a girl, you can't control. You can control your feelings to a certain point, but not really. When you really start to fuck with somebody, you be like, "Dang, I'm never gonna have him."
So I will say this. I've caught feelings for somebody that was married, but I didn't know that they were married. By the time I found out they were married, I was already knee deep and I wound up staying and it wound up getting ugly later on and things became a mess. But I had intentions on us being together from the get-go because I thought that he was single. Mm-hmm. But for any other situation, whether it was married, somebody who has a girlfriend, this or that, and I walk into that situation and I know I never expect to change their dynamic or their mind or, their relationship or for him to transition into being with me. So no, when I get heartbroken when I'm blindsided.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If I walk into a situation all knowing and I make that decision, I'm not going to allow myself to have those emotions. I mean, I don't know how you can control it. I know I personally do control it. I'm just like, but you know what else it is? I don't stop fucking with other people.
Smart.
Yeah, like, you're not my boyfriend. You got a whole girlfriend. So you get to have 2+ and I get 1. No, I get a half.
A piece.
So you have, because every girl gives men their all. Like, not literally, but the majority of the time, they usually don't even know how to balance or, have any sort of moderation. So he has a girlfriend. He has the side chick, the mistress, the jump off, the this, the that, whatever. And then I literally have a half a guy. No, you gotta have a roster. Like, this may be the main person that you fuck with, but you should still be dating. You should still be fucking with other people. I mean, you don't have to tell them, but I would be. So
somebody needed to hear that while you out there sneaking around with your married man.
Right?
Which I hope you still got your little team, because that nigga's not leaving his wife for you.
Right.
He just not. He a whole daddy. He a whole husband. Dang, there's so much that we didn't get to cover, but we're like crunched on time.
Oh my God.
You have to come back. Please.
I will. I'm in Atlanta pretty often throughout the year, so
let us know when you come back. Kiki, do you want to cover anything else before we move on to Indecisive Diane?
No, I can't breathe.
Sorry, boo boo.
It's okay.
So y'all, we're gonna move on to Indecisive Diane. When we come back, Cuddy is gonna help us with some advice, and I feel like it's gonna be some solid advice. Y'all lucky this week.
Okay, somebody with some sense is not just us.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
All right, Diane. So, what little cute date idea do you have for us this week? We're coming up on the holidays. Let the ladies know where they should ask their man to take them.
Hey ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane. Okay, so listen, there's this place. It's a little Japanese restaurant in the bustling city of Buckhead. You're gonna love it. It's called Umi. So it's a little pricey. You want to go here with maybe somebody that has a little money or has been saving up, but I suggest you go with a sugar daddy. It's super talk. It's really nice. They have a little secret. Okay, listen.
Okay, Diane, just give them the address and let's get to the point.
All right, ladies. So listen, I want you to know it's sophisticated. Don't go in here looking thoughty. It's literally like art for food. Here's the address. It's 3050 Peachtree Street, Northwest Atlanta, Georgia, 30305. You're gonna love it. I suggest you Uber. The dress code is strictly enforced, so don't go here with a drug dealer unless he's the kingpin.
Oh, Diane, girl, you gotta go.
Bye, ladies.
A kingpin, Diane?
I mean, Diane, he gonna get killed. You can't be having them out like that.
Sometimes having to look over your back all night is not.
It ain't fun.
And they don't even want they back to the door.
Right. They got PTSD.
That's their whole thing.
Now you can't even enjoy the
I don't
sushi.
really want your back to the door neither.
We like, I can't sit with my back to the door.
You're the one
like,
that can shoot, not me.
I'm not gonna lie though, like,
but that's like an old
I like
Southern
a bad
thing
boy.
too. Even if it's not a kingpin, it's like the woman should have her back.
But if it was a kingpin, like I might take a bullet for you.
What?
The fuck?
While he in jail, you gonna be dead or in the hospital? Right?
Fuck that. No, ain't. A bullet.
It's just something sexy about it.
The only bullet I'm taking for you is a shot of bullet bourbon. We don't have.
It's like something sexy about you out here with me and all these niggas want to kill you and you out here.
No.
Hey, you about to take the bullet. For you, that's about to be dead.
Ooh.
We gotta rethink that.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice fantasy. I'm not saying that shit gonna happen, so don't.
That is so funny.
All right, moving on. So, if you guys have some advice that you would like us to answer, good fucking luck. But send it to askcocktails@gmail.com. That's askcocktails@gmail.com, and we will try our best to help you and not pass too much judgment and keep you anonymous and just don't say anything.
Pictures.
Oh my God.
People do. Okay, so I have one up that says need advice before the new year.
Okay. Oh, this is time sensitive.
Yeah, time sensitive. I hope this is the time sensitive one that people was asking for today. somebody has been blowing me up about something time sensitive. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not really good with time. I'm always late. But okay, here we go. Hey, Kiki and Medina. You can call me Casey.
Hey,
Good.
Casey, girl.
Hey,
Because you did not give me time to make up a name. So let's jump into the issue. I'm not the talk to my friends every day type. We all have different lives and stuff going on. Right now, I'm deployed. Oh. So I hit up one of my closest friends on my day off, someone I consider almost family. So I'm catching up with her, and she says nothing is going on with her. Nothing is going on with her. A few weeks later, she's on vacation with a friend I introduced her to years ago on another trip. Now my close friend and my other friend developed a relationship, which is cool. I don't care if my friends become friends, but she didn't even mention anything when she usually tells me everything. So for a while, I was distancing myself, but I was like, that's childish. Let me just tell her how I feel. I told her how I thought it was weird, and I kind of felt like it was sneaky to not tell me about going on vacation with a friend I introduced her to. Oh, it was out of the country, not a local like New York or something. She responded. All she responded was saying, "I understand."
They're just friends.
Yeah, all these people are just friends.
Okay, it's like girlfriends. And he introduced her to some people, and then two started hanging out without. I hate when bitches do that shit.
She is deployed, girl.
Yeah, okay. So, I was done at that point. She tried to DM me some funny stuff and talk to me like we're good, and I'm not. Well, girl, what? You said you were good. Okay, should I talk to her again or just realize we're not that close anymore and put her at the friend spot? Sorry this is so long. Love y'all. Love what y'all are doing and can't wait for another live show. I miss the others due to this deployment. I've included a pic so y'all can see who y'all talking to. Well, hey, cutie, but I don't know. You didn't have to. Yeah, I think people be sending pictures because they don't want us to call them ugly. We're not going to do that. Okay, so, well, y'all go ahead, and then I'll say how I feel about it. I'm just going to say how I
feel really quick before I forget what I'm saying, because I get it. Like, she's deployed. She's deployed, and so it's like people are going to hang out without you. I totally get it. But I also have like a super sensitive heart towards making sure you don't leave people out. If you're close friends and it can be like, you're leaving someone out and you know how your friend is and maybe they're a little bit sensitive. I'm just not like that. It's almost like when my friends, if I have a friend who likes to plan everything or she likes to host things, if it's Christmas and I want to do like a little Christmas party, I would never like go above her and be like, I have a certain friend that's like this. She just likes to host things. That's her thing. She likes to do it. So the group of friends, before we do anything, we're like, let's make sure such and such doesn't want to host it before we're just like, bitch, we taking over the party and we gonna host it. We like to make sure everybody feels included and not left out. So when people do meet,
left out, she's invited, but I also want you to know that like your feelings matter and we know you genuinely like to host things at your house. So we don't want to step on no toes. And it's not on some like, I don't really know how to explain it. That might be the Libra. I was about to say that's the Libra.
I like to make
people pleasing. It's not that serious. Have it the next weekend if you want to host.
I say all that to say I really take people's feelings into consideration. So like if there's a group of friends and you introduce me to one of your girlfriends, which has happened with Lauren.
Absolutely.
And we became close after that's not a good thing.
That's not a good example because you did not.
And everybody had a fallout.
Yeah.
That's
not a good example.
Everybody had a fallout.
Because that's not going to prove your point.
That is not. And even with that situation, people felt some type of way. People felt some type of way with that situation.
Me, you, and Hannah.
That's not a good one either because Hannah wouldn't plan a trip. Well, that maybe is
because Hannah wouldn't plan a trip with me without
being like, hey, me and Kiara are going to go on a trip.
We wouldn't do anything without you.
And so I guess it depends on
But if she been gone for a whole year,
Hannah would still hit me up and be like, me and Kiara are going to go on this trip.
No, it doesn't matter. Now with the other group, that's a whole other situation. But with Hannah, I met Hannah through Medina. They were friends first. Medina introduced me to her friend Hannah. Now, me and Hannah had a good time together, and even when they had a fallout, we hung out, but it was never like, we're not going to do too much. Mm-hmm. Because it was always like, okay, well, we'll all come back around in time. We'll all be good again.
That still isn't a good example. It's not.
Well,
okay, well,
first of all, the last part she said.
I'm just saying I get it. Let me just say that. I get it when someone can get upset about, well, dang, like, you didn't even say nothing? I get it.
Well, I understand her feeling like it was purposeful that she left out about their trip. That is on purpose. Like, it did not slip your mind.
It's definitely on purpose.
Because the fact of the matter is you probably knew she was going to feel some sort of way when y'all was booking it, you know? Yeah. And you basically said, fuck her. You know, it's true, like, that they did say that. But it's on both parts that there's just some sort of, what's the word? There's sensitivity on the part, and she's being emotional because she's away. She feels left out. She feels, insecure about the situation or whatever. But how she reacted to it, now the girl is trying to everybody knows that the way to say we still is to send each other shit on Instagram. All right. So
a funny meme.
Right. So if I'm still sending you stuff on Instagram, we cool, you know? Mm-hmm. And she blocked it because she wanted more of an explanation about their trip, which she acted like she didn't really care, but clearly she really cares. Mm-hmm. But then you turned around and got mad because of her response, which is, I understand. But literally at that point, what was there to do?
Which it doesn't make any sense because they're all still friends. But it's not like you had a fallout.
They don't have to apologize because there's nothing that was
maybe a conversation. Maybe just like if you feel like your feelings are hurt from it.
Like, why are they left out? Y'all couldn't wait 2 more months? I'm going to be back in February.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
But probably no, bitch. The flights was on sale. I'm sorry.
No, but you know what?
And then I would be okay.
You look up the different calls that people be having. I
will say this. We do not know the dynamics of their friendship for real, right? So just because she's emotional, she may think that it's because she's deployed, right? How do we know that she's not the cheap friend? How do we know that she's not the friend who gets too fucking drunk and acts crazy and we got to take care of her? How do we know that she's not the friend who only want to go to Miami while we want to go to Hawaii? I still gotta
say, even if you are one of those category friends,
but we can't tell you that.
My bitch, no, I don't want your feelings to be hurt unless I want your feelings to be hurt.
No. I'm saying, like, we are using this time while you're away to do something that and I'm saying this could possibly be it. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that this isn't. I'm saying, like, we may be using this time that you're away to do things that we want to do because you may not be able to do it. Because, like, let's say this has happened to me in my real life before.
You don't have to not say anything. That's my thing. She's like, hey, we are planning a trip.
But I get what you're saying because sometimes it's too hurtful. You can recognize some sensitivities that your friend might have.
It's worse
to certain things.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd rather not say anything to you because it's going to hurt your feelings too bad if I got to break it down for you all the way and say how everybody else feels.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how close. To me, I feel like if you do that, are we friends?
We're friends, but I'm trying to respect your feelings.
We're not going to tell you till after we have the trip.
I don't want to tell you everything ever.
I'm not going to tell you at all.
Because sometimes do you ever feel like you have certain friends where it's like, I want to tell you everything,
right?
But I know it'll hurt you too
much.
much.
I don't have many friends. If I really do call you like my friend, you are my girl, and I got to tell you.
That don't mean that everything you can.
With my
you
friends,
tell them everything.
If it has to do with I just hurt your feelings, if I know we took this trip and you're going to see it on Instagram and no one told you, I gotta tell you, that's hurtful.
But you were deployed, remember
that you're part. Deployed and now you're even more depressed. You got PTSD. You don't see your friends. You're eating powder food. I gotta tell you, I'm so sorry.
What are you going to tell them?
It's that she wasn't invited.
I know that you're probably going to be upset and I totally get it because I would be mad too. But girl, me and Brittany and Natasha, we all going on this trip and I know you deployed and when you come back, we'll do something.
But no, I would not even approach it like that because you letting her know that you're kind of triggering her to be mad.
Yeah. When I do that. That is how I do things.
Oh no, because if I don't want you to be mad, I might say, girl, we about to go, we want to go to so-and-so in May. We know you're not going to be there. Wish you could come. Sorry.
Which is great. That's better than just not saying anything. Y'all saying we not just going to say nothing and you just going to see it. I'm mad and now I'm mad.
Yeah. Well, to see it on Instagram is a little triggering. Mm-hmm. It's a little, but I wouldn't not be their friend anymore.
No.
Because at the end of the day, they didn't do anything wrong. They just didn't do it right. You know, like, so
makes so much sense.
It's just been handled a different way.
Yeah, they just didn't do it in a way that lessened the blow, on her feelings or considered her feelings. But like I said, she's the one writing in. We don't know
all the dynamics.
Yeah,
really, what could happen was they done became friends and you talking shit. Somebody told, and now bitch, they mad at you. Right? And that could be what the fuck
There's
happened.
a lot of things that it could be, you know. So, but if we're gonna go by just the details that she gave, okay, they could have said something to her. We understand that's hurtful. Does she need to stop being their friend? I don't think so. I think that it's just natural. This happens even when women are pregnant. They're not deployed, or you have two other friends who are going out. Bitch, you can't drink. We ain't bringing you to the bar, you know? And then they start hanging out, and then it's like, wait, what? Pregnant people always get left out. They feel so, they are pissed about it. You know, or new moms, or
and my thing is with that, still be considerate. Okay, yeah, y'all still gonna go out, and it makes sense. You can't drink, you can't go out, but make sure y'all still make time for the pregnant friend.
I invite her, and I'll be like, "Bitch, do you want to come?" And this is what we about to do. So if you and your baby want to come, and she
like, you want to get a
bitch,
mocktail?
If the window is open, and that's what she does. She's
and
like, "I still want to come."
A lot to her.
I want to get a mocktail. I was like, "Well, girl, come on, get a mocktail." But then when she hangs out with her couple friends and her baby mama friends and shit, I'm like, "Well, girl, I get it, because I have nothing to add to the table. I'm gonna piss everybody off." I'm gonna come in there drunk as fuck. I'm gonna be stirring shit up. I'm gonna be questioning y'all about y'all's men, and I'm inappropriate.
Oh
but
my
that probably
God.
means a lot that y'all both still include each other.
Yeah.
That means a lot. That says a lot about the friendship.
I mean, try to. When I feel like
that was a really
when
good.
I care.
We really all went in on that. Okay. Here's the next one. I'm assuming it's from a man. The subject is 2 ladies, 1 heart, but it could be a woman. What's up, ladies? I've been vibing to y'all's podcast for the last 4 months, and I look forward to hearing from you 2 lovely women each week. I need some advice, like ASAP. I'm dating a woman with 3 kids, and she got her tubes tied before we met. Oh, I used to date a nigga like that. I am 35 with no kids, and I told her that it is a 50-50 chance I might want kids in a few years. Y'all got a dead situation, first of all. We have been friends for 2 years and have been in an official relationship for 10 months now. We have been talking about kids lately, and she is concerned that I will leave her in the future in the event she can't produce a child for me. This baby situation got her rethinking our whole relationship. Like, she is on some let's be friends shit because she don't want to risk me leaving or cheating if she can't give me a baby. I want to move forward with the relationship, but my queen is unsure. How do I convince her to toss caution in the wind and continue our relationship? P.S. When y'all coming to Miami for a show? Y'all gave Texas all the love. Miami fucked with y'all heavy. Pull up in the 305, please. First of all, I'm gonna let you go first. She got her tubes tied.
Yeah. Well, the primary thing that I've been thinking while you were reading this is that he's saying he might want kids, right?
He's saying he wants them.
Or like, no, he said he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
50-50 chance he might want kids.
Yeah,
in 2 years.
that he might want kids, right? Okay, so basically, what you're telling her is wait till I decide that I want to have kids. So
that's what you took from that.
Because he's saying, don't break up with me because I didn't say that I was over it. But she's worried that when he finally gets to that point where he makes that decision, okay, I do want kids, that's when it's going to be over. So it's unfair to her to wait until he finally makes that concrete decision that he does want kids and she can't give it to him. So now that's why she's nervous, because she's saying to herself, okay, so am I supposed to be in limbo until he decides that he wants kids, you know, concretely, and I can't give it to him? And then now we've gone, 2 more years into the situation, and he finally made that decision, and now I gotta get the fuck on because I can't produce them? Because if that's the, you know, if he wants kids, 9 times out of 10, I gotta go have kids. You know, or unless they're gonna adopt.
So do you say, would your advice be to y'all need to just end the relationship? Because personally, I feel like you need it in the relationship. I feel like when you get your tubes tied or a man has a vasectomy, and I've dealt with this, she don't want no more kids. She made that decision when she got her tubes tied. So even dating, yeah, there's miracles that happen and maybe somebody will change their mind, but she made a very permanent decision. And I feel like you should probably end it now before you get really hurt.
But he's also saying that there's a chance that he doesn't want, like, so he has to make that decision for sure.
They both have a decision to make.
Well, she made the decision. She wants it to be over because she feels that he is going to eventually want them and she's not going to be able to do it. But
so basically y'all got to break up. Because these decisions those are your huge decisions. You got your tubes tied. You don't want babies. That's a fact. You don't
unless he says now, okay, I will go without them or we can adopt.
And then are you going to resent her? You going to hold that over her head one day if you do decide, man, I really didn't have no kids?
Or maybe there's alternatives. They could get a surrogate. If it's that serious, like if he really wants to be with her, if he really thinks that this is going to be the person that he's going to be with for the rest of their life, his life. Wait, when you get your tubes tied, do you still produce eggs? I don't know.
You have to get it reversed, just like a reverse vasectomy. Like,
so you don't have eggs anymore.
I don't know. I just know you can't get pregnant.
I mean, and this is a lot. Yeah, y'all probably should just break up and move on.
I think that's what my thing is. I feel like it's just so much. And I've been in the situation where it's like someone's like, okay, I'm gonna get it reversed because I'll do that for you, and then they start to think, well, wait, no, I got this done for a reason. Right. I really don't want no more kids.
Right. Yeah.
And you coming along now, I'm thinking about having kids. I don't want the kids. I'm gonna do it for you, and then I'm gonna resent you. But then if I don't get it reversed, you gonna resent me because one day you gonna want kids because you do want the kids. Just, you got to find somebody that don't got their tubes tied.
Yeah.
And that wants what you want. And it's okay. It's okay. Y'all don't have to hate each other. You want different things. You're in two different books.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so it's nothing. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
On to the greatest part of the show, our cocktails. Cuddy, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to hear your cocktail. Like, I want you to tell all three cocktails, mine, yours, and Kiki's. What? Oh, you're not, but I just can't wait to hear your cocktail.
Oh my God.
Not that I want to put any pressure on you.
Wait. So what I gotta do?
You just gotta share a sex story. Romantic, funny, embarrassing. But a personal story of yours.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't have to say no names.
I get in trouble enough.
Can you?
Let me think. Cocktail that's funny. Oh, okay. I'll tell this story. I just told this story on at a live podcast. It was random. I didn't even expect to tell the story, but it's a whole different audience. Start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So I want to tell the story about when so a long time ago, I was dating this guy. I was living with my boyfriend and I was cheating a lot, daily. I was cheating daily, okay, with this other guy. And one day my vagina just started really hurting. And I was like, what the fuck? But it was like a weird hurt. It was like
something wrong.
Yeah, but I can't even describe the type of hurt. It was like a throb hurt. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is really hurting. So I'm like, oh my God. So I go home. My boyfriend, I look down there and there's green shit coming out of my pussy.
Oh, hell no.
Right? So I'm like, what the fuck did he give me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is so weird. So, but it doesn't stink. It's just a lot of green mucus.
At least you know it's not BV.
Right? So I'm like, what the fuck? So then that night, my boyfriend wanted to have sex. And I was like, oh no.
Did you act like Greenleaf? I'm a walk here.
No, I was like, oh no. And he was like, what happened? I was like, I think I got a yeast infection. Now, we were young. So I don't think he knew what a yeast infection looked like. I don't think that he knew that it was like cottage cheese and not fucking slime. So he was like, really? I'm like, yeah, something's going on down there. So he's like, let me see. So I'm like,
oh no, I did not expect that.
I'm like, huh? But I really couldn't see down there. I wanted to know what the fuck was going on down there. So I'm like, I need somebody to check this shit out for me. So I go, I lay on my back, and then he sees all the green stuff. He's like, damn. So he starts taking the peroxide and starts like wiping away the green stuff or whatever.
That's love.
So I'm like,
oh my God.
So I'm like, what do you, he was like, it's sizzling and everything. Like, whatever. I'm like, you know, like with the peroxide. Yeah. So like,
everything sizzles, right, bitch, if you pour it out.
Right. I'm like, huh, whatever. So the next day, I'm thinking after he cleans me with the peroxide, whatever this is going to go away. The next day I'm at work, it's still hurting. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I went to the doctor. I was like, oh my God, this shit is hurting so bad. So I go to the doctor. I'm like, what did he give me? I'm like, he had to give me something. She was like, huh? And I'm like, what do I got? And she's like, no, you don't. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, STD. I know I got STD. She was like, no, you don't have STD. And I was like, so what is it?
I want to know too.
And she was like, he split you. And I was like,
yeah. Like the side nigga like ripped your pussy.
Yeah. So I was like, split me? She was like, is he kind of big? And I was like,
huh?
Yeah, he's
rather large.
Yeah. So I'm like, she was like, yeah. So basically, there's a tear down there, and it's trying to self cleanse and heal, but because there's no air getting to it because it's always covered, it stays moist, and then it's like in overacting, trying to like heal itself, self cleanse and heal.
But why was it green?
Because that's the mucus, trying to,
I cut the
self cleanse.
My thumb one time really deep, and it was green.
Yeah,
like the deep crevice. You know how like your thumb, it was like deep, and it was green stuff.
Yep. So I was like, so now what? She was like, well, she's like, I mean, I'm gonna try to give you. I can't even remember what exactly happened, whatever. But she's like, okay, so here's the thing. Next time, I'm going to say, you got to take it slow. Okay? You got to take it slow, and you got to use more lube. And I was like, oh. So then, like, I went back home. I'm like, because at first I did call him like, you gave me something, bro. And then I had to call him back and be like, no, you didn't give me something but this. But then my boyfriend was like, so what happened? I was like, I cut myself with the razor. I didn't know.
He believed it.
Yeah, because he don't know.
Of course.
So, I cut myself shaving or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. Like whatever. So that's my cocktail.
I think that was a hell of a cocktail.
Huh?
At least it wasn't gonorrhea.
I know. Thank the Lord.
I was thinking gonorrhea every time you say something green.
Yeah.
Gonorrhea.
G and G.
Yeah. It just goes together.
Did you keep cheating?
Mind.
Yeah.
Especially after that safe call she got.
Right.
Oh,
we good.
Oh, go slower.
Okay.
And more foreplay. Okay.
And
but you know what? We were having sex like in cars and stuff like that because we were both cheating with each other. So that's why the foreplay was like down to a minimum.
Cheaters,
was like,
you cheaters.
Could you imagine if the Cheaters van rolled up on you?
Yo, I've been
watching Cheaters.
I just
lately.
almost choked.
It comes on VH1 on Saturday morning.
Is it new or their old
it's
rerun?
The old
Okay.
One.
I just
and
almost
they're
choked.
like in Dallas.
Yes.
And it's just good stuff because this girl last week had a 27-piece and the man took her to get a new weave and his girlfriend rolled up and beat everybody's ass while the people were outside of the
I'll be mad if I ever see the Cheaters van pull up because look, they gonna fight.
They are. And I'm like, whoa. You
That's
can
funny.
have him, bitch. Because I don't want it if I gotta fight for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to
I know you're not.
What?
About to read one.
Yes, I am. We have a lot of cocktails. Do you have an OG one? Do you have an OG?
I can't even breathe, so go ahead.
Kiki, do you have an OG cocktail?
I mean, I was fucking or whatever, but go ahead. I'm not telling my story this week.
Yes, you are.
I want to tell it when I can breathe good.
Okay.
Sound like
but you over here trying to
Lionel.
tell me. Okay.
Well, I thought she just had one for all of us.
Okay, the subject of this cocktail is, he a man.
Okay. I hope so.
She said, hey, Sarah. Hey, girl. Hey, Kiki. So,
Hey.
I'm telling this story just for you, Kiki.
Oh,
Because
God.
I
It's
know
anal sex?
you like period sex.
Oh.
So,
my Jesus.
I met this fine-ass, grown-ass man this
Of
summer
course
at
you
the
was.
Silver Room block party in Chicago. She said, like, we know what the fuck it is. Bitch,
Oh,
I'm
no,
going. I'm getting my ticket now. He literally on his ghost shit from Power. Oh, I love Ghost. He little, but I love him. He been conversing for a minute. I'm so glad you didn't say conversating. And we been conversing for a minute, and he been blowing my line back, trying to see me. Well, one day I finally gave in and told him yes. I wasn't expecting to fuck him, so it was no need to tell him I was on my period. So he came over, and as soon as he walked in the house, his fine ass grabbed me by the neck and started tonguing me down, bitch.
That's what ghosts would do.
That made my pussy throb because I like that rough shit. So then this motherfucker told me to sit on his face. Hey, this escalated.
Oh
And I'm like, well, I'm kind of on my period. So of course, I thought he was going to say, I'm good, love, enjoy. Y'all, this man walks me to my room, turns me around, and pulls my tampon out.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Okay.
He picked me up, laid on the bed, and made me ride his face.
With the period?
With the period.
Don't be scared.
Y'all, I was shocked at first. I kept trying to get up. He locked his arms around my legs. I had no choice but to ride his face, and that shit was fine. He then flips my little ass over off his face and thrusts his dick so deep and hard in me. I screamed.
Oh my
I
God.
know you did, sis. I
His
know
dick
you
was
did.
so goddamn big. And did he rip your pussy and green shit was coming out?
Wait a minute.
And it literally filled my entire pussy. After he fucked my little ass, he rolled his fat ass over and said, oh.
Okay. Okay.
He said, oh, I haven't done this since I was in a relationship. And that's my cocktail. I
Well,
hope
I
y'all
guess we go together,
enjoy.
bitch.
And I
Oh
have
my God.
several more to tell. Can't wait to see y'all live in Chicago, speaking it into existence. Let me know if y'all need help planning. Signed, a bloody nasty bitch.
Oh my God.
I had a nigga pull a tampon out, and instantly you're like,
Oh, you don't care, huh?
you don't care.
Well,
care.
lesbians told me that you should still be able to get your pussy eaten on your period because you just stay on the clit. But pulling
If
it
a
out,
nigga pulls it out, he's eating your pussy.
Right.
Because that shit is
but they
nasty.
could just stay on the clit without pulling it out.
Yeah. But even
That's
if you pull it
fine,
out, you
too.
can still stay on top of the clit.
Well, but you know what? I ain't gonna lie.
You
I've
don't
been
like period
dying for
sex?
somebody to just come up with that on their own because I don't want to introduce that to a guy
Yeah.
and be like, well, you know, you can still do it.
I be acting like I ain't never done it before.
I do try to
and
be
I
like,
love
oh my God, you
Do
really
what?
do that?
Do what?
period sex.
No, not
I be
period sex. Eating my pussy on the period.
That's all included.
Oh, no. They
I want both.
No,
I
we
want
can
my pussy ate and I want the dick in there.
We can have period sex. They cool with that. But the pussy,
eating the pussy.
I want a lesbian to tell dudes.
Oh, a lesbian.
No, I want a lesbian to tell dudes that it's okay for them to do that.
Hey,
I don't
we're
wanna
telling
tell them.
we're telling all the men right now, it is okay to
I
lick
don't want to
some
tell them.
click.
I don't want to be like, well, you know, you
Click.
could still eat
The
it with
click.
the tampon
click.
in, right?
The click.
Right, the click.
I mean, Kiki mad.
Well, I don't want, if you still calling it a click, don't you come over here with that dirty ass tongue. You probably don't floss. You don't have a tongue scraper. You ain't seen a dentist in 10 years.
What's your
Oh.
cocktail, Kiki?
I told you I'm away.
You want to read one that I printed out?
I can. If I can get through it.
It's
I
a
keep
long
having
ass one.
sneeze
I'm
breaks.
not gonna lie. This bitch sent
Oh,
500
gosh.
pictures.
All right. Well. All right, I'm gonna read this because I want to be able to give my inflections properly. When I tell y'all how this short nigga turned me out, because I know y'all waiting. Y'all have been praying. I think y'all have been praying for me to fuck a short man.
I have. I'm
fucked
playing.
a short man before, and I told y'all that nigga broke my heart, and that's why I wasn't trying to go back. But I'm back for the jump off. Okay, but not this week.
Been
Okay.
gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off.
Okay, you caught it too.
Mhm.
Okay, the song references. Dominican Zanny birthday dick. Oh,
Oh,
yep,
Jesus.
she did send a lot of pictures. I pre-read.
Oh
part of
my
this.
gosh.
Okay. Hey, Kiki and Medina. First of all, I love you ladies, and I'm so happy my friend put me on to y'all earlier this year. But sad about what I've been missing out on. Kiki, I'm one of the co-workers and love to laugh with y'all over lunch every day. I've included some photos because I always join from a burner account. Girl, I knew it was a burner account. Now that you done put your burner account name, I ain't gonna say it because you don't have no pictures, no nothing, and we be relating. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the cocktail. So years back, I started to take solo vacations on my birthday. On my 29th, I went to DR, and for whatever dumb reason, I stayed at a resort instead of an Airbnb. Because it's all inclusive. That wasn't a dumb reason. Okay. It was beautiful. But I never recommend staying at one solo, because it's so difficult to meet people who aren't on their honeymoon. Almost most of my stay was fairly boring because of this. The B-Day gods smiled down on me on my second to last day, which is the night before my birthday. I was sitting at the breakfast table and looked up to find this beautifully bronzed older man a few tables away staring at me.
Love when that happens.
Before I could look away, he waves me over, inviting me to have breakfast with him. Y'all, I don't know what came over me, because he was noticeably older than me and a complete stranger, but he was so damn fine. She did hand claps, but I got one hand. Okay, shiny, thick, curly salt and pepper hair. Is this Rick Fox? Y'all know I love him. Okay, a sexy smile with plump, pink, wet ass lips, thick chest, thick legs, and thick arms, equipped with defined arm veins. I like a good arm vein. Woo! I blushed hard, but walked over, completely forgetting about my breakfast and drink. I would have brought my drink, but okay. When he introduced himself, he had the sexiest fucking accent and the roughest voice I've ever heard. I've been looking for a roughneck nigga to satisfy me too, girl. Okay, we get to talking until the restaurant closes for breakfast and then take it to the beach. Over the course of the conversation and a few drinks, I learned he's 42, from Puerto Rico, but lives in Florida, and he's here on business. Sketchy, because who stays at a resort when on business, but whatever. He has one son in college, no wife, and would love to take me out later to celebrate my birthday. I accepted, and we exchanged room numbers. Again, I was being really dumb this trip. I would never advise this behavior because sex trafficking. But I threw caution to the wind, girl. Fast forward, we meet in the lobby later, and he smells so damn good and is also dressed well. Important to know, since he was shirtless earlier, and I had no clue what his style was. Y'all know men of a particular age love a corny-ass linen suit and loafers, don't they, bitch? But he had on a really stylish button-down with enough buttons undone to show a Cuban link and his broad chest with some really nice fitted shorts. Anyways, he takes me off to the resort to a local restaurant and bar where he tries to teach me how to dance and speak Spanish, feeds me, and gets me lit all night. We head back to the resort around 1, and he invites me, more like commands me, to his room. Now, my room had a nice view. See the video below, but his suite was basically on the beach. It was amazing. As soon as we get in, he takes me to the balcony and wraps his arms around my waist, speaking Spanglish in my ear and kissing a second all up and down my neck. After minutes of this, he finally smacks my ass, turns me around, puts his arm around my neck in a gentle choke, and kisses me so deep but so soft. Next, he lifts up my dress and starts playing with my clit, while moaning and cursing into my mouth. With another ass smack, he picks me up, and I wrap my legs around him as he walks us to the bed. He throws me on the bed and pulls me down on top, pulls down the top of my dress and devours my titties, sucking on my nipples, and he plays with my pussy. As he works his way down, I am a quivering ass mess. I can't believe I'm doing this, but he gives me no time to think as he gets right into eating my pussy like it's his last meal. He's kissing it like he did my mouth, but a lot sloppier and somewhat more passionate. He clearly has a long-ass tongue because without moving his head, he's licking me all the way from my clit to damn near my asshole and letting his spit get me all soaking wet. Every couple of minutes, he looks up to show me his glistening face and beard and tell me how good I taste. Between that and him sucking on my clit and fingering me, I come from head for the very first time ever. I sound like Susie Carmichael. Okay. After pushing my dress all the way down and off, he starts to undress me. And when the shorts finally come off, this nigga is commando and fucking huge. Just seeing his dick has me sitting up in bed to have a taste, but this nigga turns me away and pushes me back. He goes to his bag to get a condom and is back right away before pushing my legs all the way the fuck back and telling me to open my mouth so I can taste myself as he starts pushing it in. He is so girthy and has the best mushroom head, and I'm feeling every bit of it from this angle, but he wants more. So he tells me to hold my legs back for him and sits up to fuck me so damn strategically, slow, deep, passionate strokes while he plays with my already soaking wet and sensitive clit. Between that and his filthy fucking dirty talk, I couldn't hold back and not only came but squirted all over him again. This was another first for me. I'm mortified, but he doesn't shy away and starts rubbing my liquid into his stomach as he continues to pump into me while smiling the most devilish, freaky ass smile I've ever seen. He comes back down to my ear and says, "We're far from done." And he was right. He finally lets me suck that dick in 69 while he eats my pussy and ass. Then he finally takes me from the back after I beg for it. When we're both finally winding down after a few rounds of fucking, it's nearly 5 a.m. and he asks me to stay and sleep. But I'm drunk and well fucked, so I know I'll be snoring loud. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
I'm staying.
Okay, I'm moving in.
Okay,
y'all know. Okay, I bitch, I probably already got it because I got a little tool, but I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, with that, I go back to my room and shower. When I get out, I get a knock at my door where room service meets me with food, champagne, and a birthday note from my zaddy telling me he hopes to see me again before I leave. I enjoyed the fuck out of that meal and champagne while I watched the sunrise and savored the soreness in my inner thighs and pussy. Y'all, this was the best dick I've ever had and the finest man I've ever met. I'm now 31 and have yet to find better. He's ruined me. I should have at least asked what damn cologne he was wearing.
Okay, wait a minute. She was in Nicaragua? Where was she at again?
Bitch, you done took it on a whole drug trip. She was just in, I think she was in the DR 3 pages ago. Let me check. She was in the DR, but he was from Puerto Rico. Okay, remember that song Infatuation by Christina Aguilera? Did you ever hear that from Strip?
What?
That man was from Puerto Rico. Bitch, we going to Puerto Rico.
I'm about to, look, let's go, because I'm about to be like, what kind of cologne you got on?
Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
I'm trying to find that nigga. I want that one.
Okay, well, you can find that one. I'm going to find another one. Because I know he got a brother.
Passport
or daddy.
Cuddy. Thank you so much for
I had a ball with you guys.
You got to come back.
Yeah, I will.
Whenever
I couldn't breathe.
For sure.
We won our books that you left in the car.
Come with me. Somebody come with, you can come with me? I'll give it to you.
And then if you have anything you're trying to plug, now's the time, sis.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my book is called The M in Man is for Money. Like I said, a guide for women on how to handle men and money in dating and relationships. It's super informative. It has personal stories in it. So it's entertaining and informative at the same time. And I post a lot of Instagram videos, commentary online. My handle is passport_Cuddy, Cutty. I do Cuddy calls for like advice, and I don't get to always open the schedule as often as I would like, and when I do, it fills up fast. But I'm gonna start opening up more in December because I'll have more free time, and that's about it. I mean, I might start my own podcast after the new year. I already had one, but I'm gonna probably come out with another show after the new year.
Hey, look, I fuck with you, Cuddy.
We
fuck with you. You are dope as shit.
Thank
and
you.
I can't. I'm studying this.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
You said you studied
we about to have our rampage.
I'm not studying tonight, but I'm gonna study tomorrow because I told you I'm not going to work tomorrow. Fuck it. So if I feel better, I'm gonna be hitting you up to see what y'all doing tomorrow because I'm not doing shit.
I love the audiobook because I read it. So
that's even better. Is it on Audible?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect.
I like to do those crisp pages.
No, yeah, you're gonna get a copy, but I like to tell people
Audible
that it's
because I like to hear it.
Yeah, it's
especially
read by
if it's
me.
in your voice.
Yeah,
then I know you're gonna have the inflection.
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna be talking back.
People love the Audible. They love the
Okay,
Audible.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'll definitely be back. I come to
Please.
Atlanta. Yeah. At least every couple of months.
You live in New York?
Mm-hmm.
When I ever come to New York, I'm about to be like, Cuddy, I'm here. What's
For
up?
sure.
What's up?
For sure. I will definitely come out.
Y'all already know, every Thursday, not only does an episode of Cocktails come out, but Temptation Island comes out on USA Network. Make sure you watch your girl. I'm being dragged on social media right now. I do need some backup. So if you ever want to help me, please do.
You getting dragged?
Bitch, I'm getting dragged. I didn't even know it until somebody pointed it out. And I didn't know it. I didn't know you could search a hashtag on Twitter, and bitch, I'm getting dragged.
Oh, girl, we gotta talk about Twitter.
I gotta get updated, but make sure y'all watch it. I don't mind it. I call it Thotty Thursdays. Check your girl out. Snatching niggas all day. What's up? Follow me.
I gotta watch this.
At Coffee Bean Dean. Follow the Cocktails page at Cocktails Podcast.
And follow me at Kiki Said So. Until next week, you guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That was so cool.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track.